Welcome everyone to my first video. My name is Eddie Guan, aka DaiLapCheurng. That's how you pronounce it. Maybe someone in the comments will translate it in Cantonese for you, and hopefully my name still shows up in future leaderboards for no particular reason. Anyways, yesterday, April 13th, 2020, I actually achieved the top rating for the Go Battle League Season 1, number 1 on the leaderboard. And I thought maybe some of you would be interested in my team and strategy I'm running and some key matchups and battles. And what I usually, some tips that running this team would need. So my team is Kyogre with Waterfall, Surf, Blizzard. Best buddy Dialga. That's pretty important. With Dragon Breath, Iron Head, Thunder, and Snorlax with Lick, Body Slam, and Superpower. So you might have thought I would be running the most meta team, which would be uh, the Melmetal, Giratina Origin, and Dialga, but I've been running this since actually preseason. And I'm pretty sure Zionic also made a video about this team uh, from another player. I forget their name. It's like something Oman, but his was running Outrage. I'm running Body Slam instead of Outrage. So the thing with this team is the IVs kind of matter. So for I'm not sure about Kyogre, but for my Dialga is 100 IV, but it's pretty important to have 15 attack and 14 defense on Dialga, just so you don't take 6 damage Dragon Breaths from opposing Dialga. And for Snorlax, it's pretty important that you have more than 14 defense. So mine's a 14, 15, 15, and that's because at level 41, Dialga Dragon Breath does one more damage to Snorlax with 13 defense compared to 14 defense. So it's a pretty key. It's a pretty key IV stat if you're going to use this team. So the strategy around this team is I try to catch either Melmetal or like some Dialga counter like a Steel or Rhyperior or Heatran with Kyogre. Well, I don't try, but that's pretty much the only Pokemon that I can lead. Because if you see my team, pretty much my only Dialga counter is Dialga itself. And in the preseason, that was actually pretty tough because I would face so many best buddy Dialgas, I would just lose. There's no way I can beat best buddy Dialga with regular Dialga. Just way too strong. But with my best buddy boost, it's like it's pretty good now. Anyways, so my strategy here is if I lose the if I win the lead, that's perfect. Everything goes fine. But if I lose the lead, I pretty much always safe switch Dialga. And the reason for that is there's nothing else I can pretty much safe switch to. What I try to do is if they run the most meta team like Melmetal, Giratina O, Dialga, they usually switch Melmetal in. Right, that's only their only switch. If if I lose the lead, right? So Dialga into Melmetal, I always try to win that matchup there because that means I can win switch advantage. And Snorlax is the greatest wall to Giratina Origin when it doesn't have Dragon Pulse. So that's pretty much my cheese, I would say. I watched the FPS Sticks video the other day about his cheese team, but I think mine is slightly more cheese. Just because in the future, in the next matchup, you'll see like even even if I have switch advantage, I don't care about shield advantage because Snorlax just licks down Giratina Origin like with no sweat. It's pretty fun to watch, but um, without further ado, here's some battles. So first match against Zero, I am leading Kyogre into their Dialga. I instantly swap here because I notice the opponent's Dialga CP is not best buddy boosted. So what that means is usually I win this matchup with one in the one shield. So I'm chugging away, chugging away, chugging away, and somehow he gets to a second Iron Head, and I'm not sure. Uh, I don't think that has happened. I don't think that's right. Anyways, I go for the Thunder here against Kyogre. About to die anyways, so might as well go down. And this first battle, they actually have the same team as me, which is pretty surprising. Um, I'm afraid Kyogre has Thunder, so I put in Snorlax to waste all its energy. Snorlax goes for Body Slam. Pretty straightforward. And some usually I play with music on and sound on, so that swap kind of surprised me. Uh, yeah, so I instantly swap to Kyogre. It's a better matchup. Snorlax, and I don't have to face the Thunder Kyogre. So here he throws his charge move, and I know I could farm it down for energy, so I do. And go for the Surf. And actually, it's good that he CMP tied here, but you'll notice that he actually undercharged. So, but that's the right play there because there's no way he's gonna win unless he undercharge and they don't switch out. But my switch timer is already done. So next battle, Kyogre into Giratina. I swap instantly to Dialga. So this is the classic matchup. Dialga versus the Melmetal bait scenario. So I don't throw a charge move first ever. And let him throw a super. The first charge move I usually don't shield, but it doesn't matter. Then I block 100% block this because I can just farm it down, especially since he used superpower. So now I have switch advantage, and here's Dialga. I could have went for Thunder, but I just didn't want to get farmed, or I didn't just want to die instantly in case it was Togekiss. So this is good, even though I'm at a shield disadvantage. I know that my Snorlax doesn't need any shields versus this Giratina in the back. So the thing with this team is, if you can line up Snorlax with Giratina, you basically win. Unless it gets the boost, or unless it gets 2 boosts, or it has Dragon Pulse. And later in this video, you'll see that there's a few that actually carry Dragon Pulse here. So here I don't need to block anything and just licking it down. And he knows it's over. I don't need to throw a charge move. He has 1 shield. So the beginning of these battles, or the start of this video, I'm gonna be in 2800 to 2900, and I'll be up in 3100. So here's Kyogre into Kyogre, and I'm scared of Thunder, so I pretty much always block if they get to 8 waterfalls. So here I bluff Thunder again, and I try to swap because I think it's gonna be a Thunder. Yeah, so I wanted to tank that Thunder with my Dialga, so I'm gonna farm down. He has a shield. I don't have a shield. Use Dialga, go for the Blizzard, because I'm about to die. Don't really need to bluff, and he blocks it. So right there, I just auto swap to Dialga into their Dialga, and I'm praying this is not a Draco Meteor. So he's probably using Iron Head Thunder, same as me. So Metal to Metal, I throw Thunder. I'm about to die, so I just let it die. It's fine. This is fine. Alright, it's debuffed. What do I do here? I contemplate, so it's definitely going to throw superpower, but look how little damage the superpower does compared to. And here I sack swap Kyogre, which is fantastic. And superpower into Dialga. Pretty sure I win this, so. And I have to lick down. If I don't lick down, I lose. Pretty much. Go for superpower, and it's GG. Now, the reason I don't use Earthquake is because I feel like Earthquake takes way too long to charge up to. It's kind of obvious. Um, Here, I'm in the Togekiss lead. Oh, what is going on? Anyways, they probably swapped and I don't have the sound on in these videos. I don't record the sound on. Dialga into Dialga, pretty straightforward. And one thing to note is that Surf was actually beneficial for me because if I swap my Dialga and he doesn't swap out, or if because his Dialga has an energy advantage, he actually gets to 2 Iron Heads before me, so I have to use 2 shields instead of just 1. Just throwing ancient power. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, perfect. Surf. Togekiss, and he has Giratina. So this is actually, I actually lose to Giratina Altered because I don't have Earthquake. So it's just too spammy, and I only have Body Slams. So what can I do? What? So I continue to lick down. For Body Slam, and here I'm desperately trying to sack swap Kyogre, so I have to shield because my Kyogre is solo health. So next one, I'm definitely gonna sack swap Kyogre here because I can lick down about less than 10% of his health, so that's enough here. But this I have to. I've been trying to sack swap Kyogre, but he always gets to his charge before me. I don't know. There you go. Finally get to sack swap Kyogre, and I'm going for the licks, and it's over. Now playing against Rich Zoid into an SM2. So here I always look at the CP first. So I really, when it's Dialga, when it's Best Bud Dialga versus Best Bud Dialga, I really hope they swap out to Melmetal or something, because they can actually burn both of my shields here for me to win this, for me to win the switch advantage back. So here I go for Thunder, because no reason not to. Kills it. Dialga. Here I usually bring in my Kyogre back into Dialga, and I usually shield if I'm counting correctly. So I really hope it's a Giratina, and it is. Like I said, people put Giratina as a closer a lot, and this one actually has Dragon Pulse. And when I'm fighting Dragon Pulse, pretty much lose. It's much more even than with just Ominous Wind Shadow Ball. So I'm going for the Body Slams. He actually blocks. I don't know. Just use a shield, I guess. Do I have a Surf on my Kyogre? I'm not sure. So I'm gonna let it throw its energy at me, and I think Kyogre can waterfall down, or I have a Surf. Oh, I have so much health. Interesting. I'm not. I don't remember these battles at all. So here I'm playing against Pinar Turek. So I actually really like this team, but I think it actually loses a lot to the super meta team of Giratina, Momel, and Dialga. Best Bud Dialga. So I actually ran this team in preseason as well. I did okay, but with Best Bud Dialga I can win because my only Dialga counter is Dialga. So without Best Buddy, so I was in preseason. I was basically fighting regular Dialga against Best Buddy Dialga. So my record, well, I wasn't winning as many to get to this high. Kyogre into Metagross, pretty straightforward. And here's another Dialga. I'm going Blizzard, straight for the Blizzard to get the shield or to get the health, and I get the health. It's pretty good, and I'm able to waterfall down, which is pretty good for me. And here we go, Snorlax into Giratina. The Great Wall. This is what I like to call the Great Wall of Snorlax. So he first throws Ominous Wind, and he actually surrenders. So that happens a lot, actually. If I'm able to line up Snorlax into Giratina Origin, I'm able. People like half the time people surrender if they don't have Dragon Pulse. People try for the boost, but you need you need to boost early to win. Uh, Another meta team, I wait till he charges up the superpower, then before I use my Iron Head to bait. Then I actually commit both shields here because I always want the switch advantage to be able to keep my Snorlax fighting Giratina Origin because it has such a good matchup. He actually commits both shields here. Here he makes a mistake here, and he auto swaps back into Giratina, which kind of makes sense because his Melmetal is like triple debuffed. It's like he's about to die, so it kind of makes sense. But here I'm just gonna lick it down, and usually if they don't have Dragon Pulse or get the boost, I never throw a charge move. And the reason for that is so I can get 100 energy, and if they have shields, I can bait. Bait the shields. But this matchup in particular, I don't need a bait shield. I just go for the superpower and win. Oh, there's one more. Oh, my screen froze. God damn it. Okay, what is going on? Why did I go for the surf? Interesting. Oh, I'm very, very confused. I'm very lost. Anyways. Snorlax. Oh, I have superpower. Oh. So Kyogre's only job was to get it low. And I would have lost CMP if he actually did get a charge move, but I wasted all his energy. So another Kyogre into Togekiss. Usually in this matchup I count to seven charms or 7 waterfalls. They're the same fast move speed. So after that I throw surf because I think they usually sometimes they switch, sometimes they don't. But if they burn 2 shields here, I auto swap into something, either Dialga or Snorlax. Because I'm going to lose switch advantage anyways, and I could get energy if they don't switch out. So Togekiss should have just switched out because it was just energy farm for me, and I basically almost got 70-80 energy from that. Here goes Coyote. He makes another mistake here, where he could have surfed me, and instead I got a superpower off on his Dialga. He probably thought it was Earthquake or something. So here I obviously shield because it's probably going to be Draco Meteor. There's no reason not to. And I have a Thunder, and he quits. Ironhead probably would have KO'd. Now here I play Zionic, one of my favorite YouTubers actually. He has Dragonites. So here I never first throw a charge move first. I let him for first charge move. I think he's gonna bait. Oh, I don't think he's gonna bait. He's a superpower. I go for the Thunder, which almost would KO, I think. So here, his superpower definitely wouldn't take me out because it's been debuffed. I have another Thunder. I want to see if he can commit 2 shields. Commit 2 or 1 shield, and I win, and then win a switch advantage, which is really good. In case he does have a Giratina, but he doesn't. So here I auto swap back into Kyogre. Now it doesn't really matter for me because Snorlax into so Kyogre, so he actually baits me with Dragon Claw. I don't know exactly how many Dragon Breaths to take to outrage. I think it's over 19, 17. I don't know. So here I have Snorlax into Metagross. He's gonna throw Meteor Mashes. I have another shield. This is definitely gonna shield, and I probably have 2 superpowers here, but I go for the bait still because he's so low. Even if he does, okay, so I could give a Body Slam there too. It would have been fine. I've been counting. So here another Togekiss matchup. I usually count to 7, 5, 6, 7. Or I did 6 there, because in case they switch out. Sometimes people switch out 6 now, or 1 more up in the higher ranks. So what I learned is if they commit 2 shields in Togekiss, Let's see if they commit 2. They don't. But I was saying, if they do commit 2 shields, so this is good. They have Giratina, and I got a Surf, which is very, 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 very good. So if I didn't get that Surf, I might have lost, because you'll see in a moment that this Giratina has Dragon Pulse. So I can lick it down. I could take another Dragon Pulse for sure, but I probably have to throw a Body Slam. Or, oh, very smart of me. I take that Dragon Pulse instead of the Shadow Ball. Does less damage than Shadow Ball for sure, and save a shield. And see what's in the back. Melmetal. And remember here, I almost have 100 energy on Snorlax. Or I do, I'm not sure. Going for the Thunder, he doesn't block. Probably wants to keep his shields for the potential superpowers coming in on Snorlax. And the same with me. I need to keep a shield for my Snorlax, because that's my win condition, has 100 energy. And I can definitely bait the shield out. Even if he didn't block that first one, he was pretty low. So I could have triple Body Slams, because 100 energy is about, I can get to 3 Body Slams pretty easily. So in this match I got a favorable lead, and my only Dialga counters Dialga. But this Dialga here is not best buddy, so it can only get to 1 Iron Head. Let's see if he takes shield, he doesn't. And I get another Iron Head because I farmed a bit. Going for the Iron Head. And I have such a favorite matchup. Oh, and there's a little bit of lag, but it's fine. It's gonna go down anyways. And usually this is a Rock Wrecker, so Rock Wrecker would take about 60% of my health. And here he insta swaps, which is great for me, because all I want in Pokemon Go Life, my Pokemon Go Life, is Snorlax into Giratina Origin, and they don't have Dragon Balls, so this is good for me. Snorlax into Giratina, going for almost win. Trying to go for the boost, even though Shadow Ball would do much more damage. But comparatively against Snorlax, just go for almost win to try to get the boost. There's no point. So here I anticipate a swap, and swap back into Kyogre for the Surf. Does he get to Rock Wrecker? This Rock Wrecker takes me out, but it's a superpower. And I have a Surf here. So I go for the Surf. And almost takes it out, and 1 Waterfall. Now here I play against Toshi's team, which, let's see, get a bad lead again. Oh, and I was trying to swap, and I literally missed the click on Dialga. Now that's pretty bad, because I need to insta-swap Dialga so I can get as much energy as I can for this matchup. So if they get to 5, I forget what Giratina Origin's fast move is. I think it's Shadow Claw. If they get to 5 or 6, I can get to 1 Iron Head and 1 Thunder. Yeah. I can get to 1 Iron Head and 1 Thunder by the time to get to 3 superpowers. Sorry, I've not been watching. Here's Metagross. Go for the Thunder, why not? There's no reason not to. Shields. He's gonna farm me. Oh, interesting. But the thing about this matchup is, okay, sorry guys. I was some raids going on that I didn't want to go to. I had to clear those messages. Favorable matchup. I think I played him twice, but the other time I wasn't recording. Going for almost wins. Makes sense. Metagross. This Meteor Mash actually doesn't take me out. Or Earthquake. I think Meteor Mash does about the same. So here I go for double superpower. Makes sense. And I'm pretty sure I swapped to Kyogre because I'm double debuffed. And this Giratina is almost dead, so GG's. Alright, I'm not sure what happened to this match. There's a recording error and I'm back. Fighting against another meta team, but my favorite is when they lead Melmetal, because that's what Kyogre wins against. So here he swaps into Giratina, so he does the right thing and he throws Ominous Wind, but he hits the boost early. So this is when I get a little worried. So I I have to win this matchup. I think I need to invest a shield and throw some body slams. Don't know how many. It's not often that they get the boost. So here we see what happens, because that Shadow Ball does a lot more damage than what it's supposed to. So here comes another Shadow Ball. I'm almost dead. I'm like, okay, gotta throw a body slam. Gotta throw a body slam. And I'm lagging. I was actually seeing if I can lick down the Giratina, but like I obviously couldn't. That's why I clicked on body slam and just leg just killed me. That's okay. Here's a Melmetal. So I try to catch that superpower with my Kyogre there. And here he gets the swaps. Dialga, Dragon Breath me down. I try to bluff Blizzard even though I was clearly not a Blizzard, but he still shielded. Like I don't think I have a win condition in this match. Unlucky enough. And let's see what's here. Dialga. So I just try to save his shield for Dialga. So I knew kind of my only win condition was... Actually, I think I could have won even if I shielded that Dragon Meteor. So in this next match, I turned on the ribbons here because instead of looking at the CP, I could just see the ribbon. But then I realized that most people have Best Buddy ribbons on all their Pokemon. So here, Melmetal superpowers me. I throw a Thunder. So sometimes this gets shielded, sometimes it doesn't. And when it doesn't, I can shield the next one and farm. But this is a Rock Slide, so this possibly can get to another... Yeah, because it was a Rock Slide, I can't get to... I can't farm it down instead of a superpower. So that's unlucky for me. Here's Giratina. This is terrible because I need to line up Snorlax into Giratina. So not sure how to win this match. He goes for the Iron Head, which I countered correctly. So I'm gonna build up to 2 superpowers ish. I'm gonna throw one. I'm really not sure if I win this match or not. He goes for single shield. And I'm so low and I'm double debuffed. Just go down. You're not worth it to me anymore. So, oh, okay, I see. In this matchup, I go straight for the Blizzard. He actually blocks it. So I thought my only win condition was he thinks I bluff. But apparently, if you'll see right here, and I call his bluff, so you'll see that I actually get like pretty close to a Blizzard. So if I baited a Surf and took his bluff, then I would have won that with Blizzard, the end game Blizzard. Here's another match. Kyogre into Togekiss. Here I throw at 7. Remember, I learned. And here I shield this. Try to shield this. See if they block this one. If they don't block, I actually go for another. Do I go for another waterfall? Yeah, I go for another water or 1 or 2 waterfalls there just to get it super low. And when it's super low like that, I can just farm down. And he actually lets me farm down, which is pretty nice of him. Thank you. Thank you very much. And here comes Melmetal. I have a superpower, but my switch clock isn't up yet, so I'm just gonna superpower. Like, I don't want to use my shield on this matchup in case I get patched up Dialga. So here, Dialga. Oh, this is pretty good. Dialga into Giratina. And what do? Do I call the bluff? I don't call a bluff, but I go for Iron. I can farm a little bit and go for an Iron. I should have farmed a bit more so I can get to... What did I... Oh, okay. Well, it didn't matter. Oh, interesting. Goes for the bait. What do? Go for the Iron Head. Perfect. And he's pretty low. Oh, this is how I lost. It's my only win condition there was I had to sack Swamp Carrier and I couldn't. Or I was too low because of the Togekiss matchup. That I was like 1 HP and I really tried to catch that superpower or whatever it was, Rock Slide. What's happening? He threw the Shadow Ball. It's because I switch. I didn't switch late, did I? Sorry, I'm not paying attention. Another Superpower, go for the Thunder. This would get it very low, but he blocks, commits one shield. Now, because I threw that Thunder instead of Iron, I don't get to another Thunder. Or that's why I had to commit 2 shields. And I desperately need, usually I desperately, in all these matches, I need to win switch advantage. Just so I can line up Guillotine into Dialga. So, for future players, I'd say that when that happens, right, against me, you need to put Giratina into Kyogre, so my Snorlax would face Dialga in the late game, right? That's what most of these matches are. Is Giratina Giratina gets matched up with Snorlax because they keep it in the back. They always get Dialga to fight my Kyogre. So here I have Snorlax. Do I win this? Oh, so I try to swap right there because I knew that charge move. Oh, and because he threw that Draco Meteor, his attack wasn't high enough. He had a little bit more health than me, but I was able to um, Dragon Breath it down. So those were most of the matches, or not. Those are some of the key matchups that I thought I would share about my team. And if you have any questions or concerns, or leave a comment, and I'll get back to you, or I'll make a video if this gets popular enough or whatever. Um, yeah. Have a good day.